Let me ask you something. Have you ever worked really hard on something and then watched someone else take the credit? It hurts. You feel used. You feel invisible. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The world doesn't always reward effort. It rewards perception. And the people who rise to the top don't just work hard. They know how to make their work visible and valuable. That's what this law is about. Most people believe if I just work hard, people will notice. So they keep their head down. They do everything themselves. They avoid asking for help. And they think that's the right way. But what actually happens, they get overwhelmed. They burn out. And worst of all, nobody really notices them. Meanwhile, someone else is coordinating, guiding, delegating, and getting all the recognition. Think about a group project. There's always that one person doing most of the work silently and another person presenting it confidently. Guess who people remember? Not the hardest worker, the visible leader. This law doesn't mean being lazy. It means being strategic. Instead of doing everything yourself, you learn to use the skills, time, and energy of others. You organize, you direct, you combine efforts, and then you position yourself as the one responsible for the result. Because power doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from controlling the outcome. The smartest people don't just work hard, they build systems where work happens around them. Look at successful leaders and CEOs. They're not doing every small task. They're not coding everything, designing everything, or writing everything. They have teams, they delegate. But when success comes, their name is attached to it. Why? Because they are seen as the mind behind the operation. Even in movies, you don't remember every crew member. You remember the director, because the director controls the vision. So how do you apply this without becoming fake or manipulative? First, stop trying to do everything alone. If you want to grow, you need to leverage others. Second, focus on coordination, not just execution. Instead of asking, how do I do this? Ask, who can help me do this better? Third, make your role visible. If you're leading something, make sure people understand your contribution, not by bragging, but by owning the result confidently. And fourth, give small credit, but keep the main credit. Acknowledge others, but stay positioned as the key person behind the success. The truth is simple. If you do everything alone, you stay small. If you learn to use the power of others, you grow faster. This is not about cheating. It's about understanding how the real world works. Because in the end, people don't just respect effort, they respect impact. So stop trying to do everything alone. Start thinking bigger. Because the people who win are not the ones who work the hardest. They're the ones who make everything work for them. Subscribe for the next law of power, because the next one might completely change how you deal with people.